Yes, we're back. We're back again in ETS2. We're back again for the final part of my Small Truck Big Load series, where we've been going through every manufacturer's base truck and using it to pull a 61-ton train so we can see how they compare. This time, the final one, it's Volvo time, and we are here in Russia. So this could be an interesting one. Grab that guidebook to Volvos in Russia, and let's go. So hi there, Steve here, and yes, welcome back to ETS2. If you're new to my content, welcome indeed. This is currently going out on the channel on a Saturday. However, things may be changing after Christmas. This is going out a week before Christmas, so Merry Christmas. And yes, keep an eye on the channel for new things to come in 2022 and a change to the whole schedule over the Christmas New Year period. Other content is OMSI on a Monday, currently trains on a Wednesday, on a Friday all sorts of random things, and on a Sunday we take first looks at new games. So yes, we've made our way through every manufacturer of truck now. If we go to truck dealers, we've done DAF, Iveco, MAN, Mercedes, Renault, Scania, and now Volvo. And what we've been doing is buying the cheapest truck we can. So in this instance, 420 horsepower, FH Classic, 4x2, left-hand drive, and not doing anything to it. There wasn't much price difference between that and that, actually. But buying the base spec truck and doing nothing to it and using it to pull our train. So we will pull this thing about 100 miles or so, maybe less, maybe go till it gets dark. But first of all, we've got to try and get it out of here. This so far, the most power, this so far is the final one. This is the most power we've had. So 420 horsepower, the most from any truck. So in theory, this should be the one to go for. I'm
left.
not a huge Volvo fan.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
But have we saved the best till last? Is this going to be the one that you need to buy if you're starting out in ETS2 and you want to find the truck that's going to be able to pull everything? So that's part of the reason why I've done this series, so that you can see that you don't need a lot of power to be able to pull every load in the game. So 61 tons and, you know, base spec truck. And well, I've got to say, straight out of the gate, this thing's got more power than anything else, which is expected. It's 420 horsepower.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Keep right.
But that's okay. None of these have got up to this sort of speed this quickly. Again, base spec. So okay, 101,000. So it's, I think it's the most expensive one we've had, but not much more expensive.
Keep right, and then exit right.
This is in, okay. Looks like we're going to go up on the motorway now.
Exit right.
It's in 11th, so obviously 12 speed box is standard. It's still pulling. Doesn't seem to be slowing down that much. So foot flat to the floor, which is pretty much where it's been in every
Keep
truck.
right, and then exit right.
Okay. Yeah,
Exit right.
you won't expect miracles from trucks like this. being at the
Recomputing.
bottom end of the spec, because it's asking a lot of it to be pulling 61 tons. Is it 100 horsepower more power than we've had from like the Mercedes? I'd say not. But it's holding at 43, 42 miles an hour. It doesn't seem to be under any sort of strain. Revs are sort of 1100 RPM. So my foot is still planted completely flat to the floor. I don't know, this is a tough one. I really like the Mercedes. I like the pulling power from that. It seemed to have a good bit of mid-range torque. Although this is now picking up. That was a train. 49, not quite got up into 12, but that is a hill. You can see we got a slight hill in front of us, which is, we've pretty much been going up since we left, so it's been accelerating okay uphill. I don't know. Should you buy the Volvo? Yes. Is it the best truck from all the base ones that you can buy? Power wise, yeah, it's got the most. 420 horsepower. It's interesting. It certainly is
right, and then exit
interesting. We'll see how it goes. So on a motorway, yeah, it's going to cruise. I'm doing 55.
Exit right.
But I say I would expect that because of the extra power. For a base spec truck, would I be happy in this? Yeah, I think I would. Okay, I've got to get over there. Okay, what's going on here? Right, it's trying to divert me round, but we're not going to do that because we want to go straight on. So we're going to ignore the diversion and we're going to nip through here. Sorry about that, Mr. Policeman. We got an important train to deliver. Yeah, this is going to be a good test of its acceleration now, actually. It's doing okay. Oh, this is the reason the road was closed.
Keep right, and then exit right.
A helicopter. But I don't know now if we can actually get around.
Exit right.
That was close. That was close. Blimey. Okay, these last two jobs have been interesting. The last one we fell over.
Okay, let's find a new route.
Right, accelerating again then. So, I need to award my top 3 at the end of this trip, don't I? Yeah, it's an interesting one. This has got more power, we know that. So it's going to have more torque. But is it the one you want to be in? Would you be happy in the base spec Volvo? Okay, where did that truck come from then? It doesn't seem, there's something, it just doesn't seem to have, although, you know, the Scania didn't have a lot of torque, and you wouldn't expect that from a 360. But does this feel as though it's 100 horsepower more than, like, the Iveco? It's difficult, it really is difficult. I thought this would be an easy comparison. I thought it was going to be a simple.
Go straight.
One of the trucks was just going to leap out as being the best, but it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts? Which one's your favourite out of all of them I've done so far? Which one would you buy? If you're starting out again in ETS2, based on if you've watched all of these so far, which truck? What would you buy if you had to buy a base model and not do anything with it? I was always convinced that it would be the Scania for me. That it was just a no-brainer. It was, yeah, I'd buy a Scania. I don't know. This hasn't. This has got the power, yes, but it just. I think if you had to compare horsepowers, if I was to compare the 420 version of the Scania and this, I think the Scania would trounce it. And I think money-wise, they would probably be very similar. So if you were spending 100,000, I think I would go for the Scania. But this isn't about having a budget to spend. It's about which is the best base model truck, in my opinion, from all of them pulling a 61-ton train. And which is it going to be?
Go straight.
This doesn't seem to have that mid-range pull, even though it's got 420 horsepower. From a standing start, yes, it's got that because you'd expect that. But from the mid-range, it just doesn't seem to have it. There is just something. Even here, that the Mercedes seemed to rattle along quite nicely. The Renault,
keep left,
when it got up to speed, seemed to go really well. Even the Scania seemed to get there without any sort of effort. The Iveco was just, I don't know, not great. The MAN was fine. The DAF was quite nice, actually. I did like the DAF. So it's taken us a long time to get up to speed, and you know, it's a relatively flat road, and it's not changed up into 12th yet. I'm guessing it will do any second now, and my foot's been flat on the floor this whole time. We'll find the next place to pull over, and we will have our conclusion my top 3. Right, finally up into 12th. Got to say though, ETS2 looking stunning. It is a really tough choice. Right, well, keep my foot flat on the floor, say where it's been for the whole way. And so we'll find somewhere to pull over, hopefully down here at some point before it gets too dark anyway. And which one will it be? What's going to be the final decision? What's going to be my final choice? Which one would I buy if I was to start again in ETS2 and have to have a base truck to stick with? Right, there's a petrol station coming up down here. That is where we'll pull in.
Go straight. Turn right. Get ready to turn right.
In we come. Right.
Turn right.
We will stop there. So there we go. The Volvo FH420. Which you can just about see there. My top 3 then. Which will I buy? Number 1 I still think is the Scania. Yes, it's only got 360 horsepower, but it seemed to pull smoother mid-range than this did. Number 2 would be this. This has got the low-down grunt, so low-down off-the-line torque. And number 3 is the Mercedes. So yeah, still Scania for me going forward. So let me know your thoughts. Which would you choose? Which would be your truck of choice? Let me know in the comments below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Hit subscribe to see more stuff from me. Trucking not coming to an end, but it's going to be taking a break over Christmas. And something new coming up next year. So check out my other content. Do check out those links in the description below to the Twitch page and the Discord server. A huge thank you to everyone that's been watching these trucking series, going back from the ETS2 trip using quick jobs to the American trip using quick jobs, and now to these nearly a year's worth of trucking on a Saturday on the channel. So thank you very, very much, and for your continued support throughout this year. More things still to come though. Do check out Twitch, lots of fun stuff coming up over Christmas. But until the next time, if you have been, thanks very, very much for watching.